All right. Hello and welcome to the stream. We are going to be playing some. There we go. I'm going to be playing some 1 cent, 2 cent. I got downgraded because I went busto on ignition. My goal is to try and just win double my when I very first bought in, I bought in on 2 different sites for $20 each. So I think my goal is to try and just double my buy-in on ACR and switch it over to back to ignition and keep playing ignition, because I honestly liked ignition a lot more than I liked ACR. So we're gonna keep playing here. I think we're gonna try and we'll check this. I don't get much. Paired board. We checked. So none of us are really the aggressor at this point. See what he does. I suspect we're ahead. But he probably has a pretty wide range and looks like he might just be AFK. Oops. I went to click check and misclicked onto call. Thankfully, it was just one big blind. So. Guy must be lagging or something. So the other thing is, like, Zoom is way too pricey on ACR, so we're kind of stuck with old school tables. Ooh. I don't know. Do we bet it? See what he does. I bet we have him beat, honestly. Unless he paired his 2 or his jack. I don't think he did. Hey, maybe he'll time out and just fold the pot to us. That'd be nice. Yeah, I think he is going to fold. Yeah, nice. Okay, we'll take it, guy. Not proud of that hand, but that's all right. Let's see if our software is grabbing the hands, though. It should be. Yeah, grab that. Huh. Looks like my stats might be broken. That's a bummer. Says it's running. Oh, maybe I need to restart. Try that. Fort Queen suited from the button is playable. Now this guy limped. So we have to deal with that. Not actually super happy about Queen 4 suited here, I think. Everyone's limping. Let's just limp and see what happens here. Whoa. We have the straight draw, but pretty much anyone's beating us, or anybody with an ace or king is beating us, and with 5 people in the pot, it's almost guaranteed to have somebody with a hand here. So I guess we will just see what happens. Still very annoyed that my stats aren't working on the stream. Guess I should have tested that beforehand, but I figured it would be okay. I guess we're getting pretty decent pot odds for shot. or a got shot straight draw. See here, inside straight. We now get 9% since we didn't make it on the turn, and we're getting a full pot bet. Not liking our odds here. Okay. So it would appear that our graph and stats are bored. That is too bad. See if I can fix it. I think we'll just hide the stats for now. And blow this up a little bit. Oh, and we forgot our sanity timer as well. Three, 4 from the big blind. Kind of a weird hand. I mean, 4-3 suited, well, versus a small blind raise is a call according to the charts. So let's play ball, I guess. And we miss. Swing and a miss. Ugh. Not a great hand. We do have a flush draw. Only 4% odds. Yeah, I think we just check. We make a 3. I'm sure he has us beat here. We would have 2 other outs to the 3. He's given us pretty good pot odds, but I think we just let it go. Just doesn't feel quite right. Yeah, so I'll have to figure out what's going on with the code. I don't see an issue right off the bat, but obviously it's poor. I suspect it's an issue with the underlying data, not the, or it's an issue with the database code. Anyways, so we will I guess just comment on these hands here as we play. So we haven't seen anybody else at this table so far. I'm looking at my HUD and basically just have 8 hands on everybody right now. Queen 7 from the button is not playable. Offsuit. Play to a raise. We will watch these guys play though. So out of position, a jack high unpaired 2-tone board. He checks the in position c-bets for half pot and just takes it. All right. Queen 8 offsuit, also not playable again. All right, so we got big blind versus button. Both have pretty wide ranges, but now there's 3 clubs on the board, and an 8 makes the straight. A queen king makes the straight. 8 queen makes a straight. 6-8 also makes a straight. 3 possible straights. 4 clubs. Nobody had the club, but he did have the 8. Interesting. I didn't catch. It says he only won 3 cents with a straight. Wow. Okay. This is what happens at 1 cent, 2 cent. But we'll just be patient and try to take the hands that are playable and not force the hands that are junk. Honestly, ooh, might have had a flush there, but see here, it's just small blind versus big blind. I bet. Well, it'd actually be kind of surprising if either of them had the ace. I missed what happened on the bets, but like in position, bets about 2/3 pot. And there's now a 3, so now there's a straight, possible straight with 4-5. Okay. Wow. Pocket Kings loses. Why would did the Pocket King? He loses 10 cents with Pocket Kings. I wonder if he actually ended up betting the flop. Because if he didn't c-bet the flop with Pocket Kings, I guess he was out of position. That may be why he checked to the imposition. Still. See what my notes would say about that position there. You know, I guess most of my notes say like don't really talk much about. Let's look at our donking notes, right? Would that have been a good donking position for out of position there with Pocket Kings? Oh, that's right. So usually, like, out of position is donk 6/8. I think we let that go to a 3-bet, right? Big blind, actually. Big blind, a button. Ace-6 offsuit would have been a call. That was my bad. But that flop did not really favor us. So that's okay. Alright, so ace-9 offsuit. We fold to pretty much any RFI, but this guy just limps, so we treat it as, I think we just we raise it, right? Ace-9. Oh, limp. Okay. Our chart says limp. So we limp. And wow. Alright, well, we are out of position, so let's see what happens. I mean, we need an inside straight, so we have 16% chance to win here with 4 outs. Not a great spot to be in, honestly. 4 outs, he bets full pot. So obviously we're not getting great pot odds. Yeah, I think I kind of want to call this. Ooh, Brick River. Check to him. I think if and then he just min bets. Okay. I think we call the min bet. And now we get the ace. If he has the 10, he has it. Let's see what he bets here. If he bets full pot. Oh, no. Okay. Ace King! And he didn't bet the river? Because maybe he thought I had the 10? I mean, I'm losing money if I bet that, so I'm glad I kind of played my position there and checked to him. The fact that he checked on the river with top 2 pair, I guess he just was worried that I had the 10. But I have. I guess if I had raised, so maybe that's what I should have done. Is maybe I should have come out swinging on the river there to. I don't know. Does he call? He's got to call if I bet there with ace king suited. So these guys obviously aren't pre-flop raising at all. That guy has a 0% pre-flop raise so far. Super small sample size, but still. He's had what did he have? Like I think I saw pocket ace and then ace king suited. These boards are insane here. Yeah, so actually, even with kings, like my notes basically say not really to donk bet there. Okay, I would be kind of curious what solver would do. But yeah. I mean, he had a strong hand, but I guess it was middle pair if there was an ace on the river. No, it was a numbers river. I don't remember. I have to go. Guy been trying to steal my blinds each time, but it doesn't work. Or like, nothing comes for me. Paired board above us. We've just been getting a lot of trash this whole time so far. Yeah, I mean, I guess like pair of kings isn't, kings would be an overpair, so that would be like a good hand. Says we would bet it. Supposed to bet it some percentage of the time still. Well, for anybody just viewing the stream, appreciate it. We are playing 1 cent, 2 cent on ACR. Unfortunately, I lost my buy-in on Ignition, so we'll try to raise ourselves some money here in ACR and then just transfer it over to Ignition. I'm not really playing too crazy. We did get a 3-bet from the cutoff. So with ace 3 suited, it has us actually 4-betting. Or 3-betting, I should say. I think that's a bit of a bluff, honestly. Yeah, it looks like, so it's a polarized range for button versus cutoff RFI. So it's just a bluff here. The fact that the small blind cold called my 3-bet is pretty scary. Thankfully, we will be in position here. And he goes all in. I'm going to let it go. And let's see. Okay, he takes it. Interesting. I mean, I guess that's what you got to be. If you're going to be 3-betting some bluffs, some percentage of the time, you got to be willing to let it go. So the chart had me bluff there, and all right. We will bet here the 4s. It's actually kind of right at the very edge of our 10. Nope. Seems like this Inferno guy is playing pretty decently. His VP is 24-24 so far, but I think it's so small of a sample we shouldn't pay attention quite yet. King 4 in the big blind. We get a limp. Check. Not great. Again. I suppose we could have donk bet here, but it is paired board. We really don't have anything here. Okay, so I guess I should have well. Let's see if he folds. Yeah, he folds. Okay. Take it. I think that was just one of those maybe partially exploitative plays where I'm guessing he's just going to fold everything if he doesn't have some, like, doesn't have the nuts. All right, small blind, 9-6 offsuit. Pretty crappy of a hand here. I think we just let it go. Yeah. Queen 9 offsuit, also a pretty crappy hand. Now, our chart says to 3-bet it from the button. This is one of those where it's at the very edge of our range. Probably not the best to be playing all the time, but we'll try it. Hey, J Hart. Thanks for watching. We are playing 1 cent, 2 cent, so a little cheaper than previously. I think we can 3-bet this one here. We'll go half pot. Okay, he takes it. He lets us take it. Is this a different poker game? Yeah, so it's a different website. It's called America's Card Room. I am playing with an alien, a cat, and a Trump. Yeah. I don't know. I think you put it well. It's pretty weird. Obviously, I don't think this company paid for these images, so all right, so we are but yeah, streaming from a different room. No, it's the same room. It's just that I usually blur the background, and I decided to unblur the background, I think, a little while ago. And there's probably just different looking stuff behind me, but still in my basement. Okay. Which you will eventually get to see at some point. That's probably in August, I think. So yeah, and the reason I'm playing on a different poker site is because I lost all my money on the first one that I was playing. So the goal is to try and raise some money here. Ooh, ace 9 from the low jack. I think we'll let that go. Goal is to raise some money so that I can transfer my money from this one to the other one that I enjoy playing more. I enjoy playing the other site more that I was playing, but I lost my $20. Yeah, the lag is so that people can't cheat by looking me up on the internet and seeing what I have. So it's about a 45-second lag to keep people from looking at my screen. Life is very tiring right now because New Relic laid off about 150 people. So I don't know if you know, but like a layoff is where you fire people, but just because you don't have enough money, so you call it something else because they didn't do anything wrong. They just the company didn't have enough money to keep them on the payroll. So it was like 8% of the workforce got laid off on yesterday. And since I'm on the security team, I was in a pretty crappy position because people on my team got laid off, and B, they're running it twice. Wow, that was interesting. That was a big hand. Um, the yeah. Anyways, I was in a crappy position because there were people on my team that got laid off, and so I had to like pretend I didn't know anything, because I was part of the like insider threat team to make sure that nobody like was stealing stuff from the company. Okay, so this guy is 3-betting from the uh under the gun, which scares me quite a bit. Um, he's I think we're going to 3-bet him. So we'll go 7.5. But I'm kind of curious what he's gonna do here. And when he checks, I think we c-bet here with 10 rainbow. C-bet half pot. Let's see if he lets it go. He doesn't. So we could have a set. Now I'm a little worried. He probably has a pocket pair higher than mine, and he probably hit his ace. So now I think we just slow down and or fold. This is weird. I'm sure he checked just to... Yeah. I think he's got us beat here. With 2 overcards. And a 3-bet from low jack. He's probably got an ace, right? That one I will review. Oh, yeah, no worries. I know. I know what you're talking about. I get it because of the delay. It's no worries. Well, we are not doing great so far. I'm actually a little surprised. This guy is kind of killing us here. See what we can make happen with pocket aces. But yeah, so because I was on the security team, I had to like make sure that people weren't like stealing stuff as they were leaving. So I had to like kind of be on the planning and stuff like that. Am I gonna like 3-bet this guy again? I think I am. Okay. Let's just take it. Maybe that was a bluff. Or maybe he's watching my screen. Okay. Well, this is a weird hand and a weird pot. We have basically nothing, and he's gonna min bet us, but it's half pot, so I think I'm just gonna let it go. Oh, eating the last Oreos. I'm a little jealous. I have chocolate here, which sounds really good right now, but then that means I won't be able to talk on the stream if I'm eating chocolate. Not sure which pot yeah, I won some of the earlier pots, but then you might have to catch up. I lost a bigger pot later. Now I'm down to 62 big blinds. Oh. Well, maybe once the sanity timer is up, I can show off some of the stuff I've been working on, which I think cool. So, Jhard, how is school going for you? I'll watch this. Yeah, maybe I'll do that. I'm gonna mute it and eat some chocolate. Can I mute it? Well, now I got work stuff. See what's happening here. All right, King 2. Do we call a 3-bet from the big blind with 3-2? King 2? Yeah, we do. Oh, and we get top pair, but it's a monotone board. We'll check to the razor. Um, oof. This is ugly. Nobody wants to bet this. Somebody's got to have a diamond. Oh, Easter break. Nice. That is awesome. I'm actually a little surprised that your emojis work on the like streaming chat above. That's kind of cool. All right, well, I have a pair of kings. Someone's got to have a flush here. But I'm just going to bet it, and we're going to see what happens. I'm going to bet 1/3 pot. And he folds. And the other guy folds, and I take it. That was weird. I guess nobody had a diamond. All the diamonds on the board were blocking everybody else's diamonds. Yeah, that was weird. All right, so I am small blind, and yeah, 7-8 is not good enough to keep going. Let it go. Yeah, the delay above the chat. Yeah, I put that in there for you. You slash everybody else. I'm sure everybody else has the same question. It's kind of like it is weird that like when the chat like is delayed on the stream. So no, I don't think it's just. It came up because last time I think you were confused about it a little bit. But actually, what I want to do is I want to have Megan work on a like a layout for me for the stream, because now I have like a bunch of stuff going on. I have like the chat and like the listen to Spotify and blah blah blah, and so I was thinking that we should clean it up and make it look cooler. Oh no. A6, yeah, play that even from the low jack. See what happens with A6. Not the greatest of hands. Probably folded if we get raised, but Maybe we can make something happen. You never know. Well, we were the pre-flop aggressor, so I think we just bet it here. One-third pot. And he calls. The board is quite scary. Ooh, a Charlie themed stream. That would be amazing. So much work stuff happening. He bets full pot. I think we can let it go. We have ace high. I think we just haven't been getting a lot of good cards lately. We had the like ace that the guy folded to. Maybe we could have called there, but then we lost that one big hand, and everything else has been quiet. It just seems like the flops aren't quite going our way. Charlie themed stream, that would be pretty good. The question is, should we have like animated Charlies or real Charlies? Because I think animated Charlies would be better, but harder. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. I agree. All right. I think we did the in position. Doesn't have anything either. Let's bet it. Gonna let us have it. He's folded so far. He's folded 100% of the time to C bets on the flop. Not liking my. Could take it. Animated and real Charlies. Okay, okay. That would be pretty good. I'll tell Megan that your request is a Charlie themed stream. Probably not the greatest. He raises us. He did steal it though. That was pretty good. 5-6 suited. Play that. Maybe we'll get some hearts. Maybe we'll get some numbers close to our numbers. Get. Okay, so I am the pre-flop raiser. Be C betting here. We don't have any. We'll go third pot. He calls us. Good. We miss our. Yeah, I guess I'm not sure what I was thinking here. We have bottom pair. I don't think there's any real reason. Now we just have two pair. We'll just like try to bluff at it, I guess. This is kind of a bluff catcher, two pair. But I don't know. We'll see what okay, he folds to us. Interesting. Queen 10 from the hijack is a bet. See what we can do here. I think that 2 pair 5s and 6s is going to be the strongest hand we have all day, honestly. We have nothing. Absolutely nothing. 2, 3, 4. So there's ace 5 makes the straight. Anybody with a 3 as a set. So paired board, 3 hearts. We have queen high. I guess we're gonna check all the way through for 9 big blinds. Doesn't feel quite right, but that's all right. We'll see who had the ace. Yeah, he had king queen. I wonder if we would have taken it with a bet there. Yeah, there's a basketball head man. Head man. Either or. It would be an appropriate term, I think. Whoa. Hold up, we got a hand. Let's see what happens. And this guy limps. Gonna bet. See what the small blind, big blind does. This guy calls. Okay, so we're gonna c-bet it. It's actually the board does not favor us very well, but I guess the board favors us better than him just because it's so low. So yeah, he lets us take it. Interesting. I mean, he has folded 2 out of 3 times to me, or to a c-bet on the flop. So I think we just keep betting him. Ooh. Mr. Basketball Head, puts in some money for a sizable pot here. Let's watch what happens. Yeah, Mr. Alien Head, I don't think is a very good player. He has voluntarily put in money into the pot 42% of the time, but he has raised before the flop 0 times so far. He has folded. Yay! Our goal is to try and even out. Got another big hand. Let's see what happens. Something happened here. Now, Ace King is a little dangerous just because... Oh, we take it without... All right. Nobody wants to play poker with us. Annoying. Yeah, I'm hoping we can just make some money. My goal is to go from... I have $22 right now. I want to get up to $40, and then I'm going to take half of it and put it back into the other poker program and play that more because that was more fun. But yeah, this alien head guy, he has every time I have raised him before the flop, he has folded every single time. And every time I have raised him, or someone has raised him after the flop, he's folded. He's folded 2 out of 3 times. Now the Joker joins. Yeah, I mean, I am pretty sure that DC did not authorize the Joker image for this game for poker. There's a SpongeBob. A lot of people have SpongeBob avatars. Or I can click, I think. Let's see. Yeah, this will show me what the avatars are. So Kissing Lady, Harley Quinn. Oh, Ace 4. The big blind, huh? Well, we would pretty much only call a raise from the button. Let's try to steal. I'm gonna check. Whoa! Whoa! There's no way we're getting money from this guy, though. And he's in position. Check to him and see what he does. Is he gonna try to bet? That's weird. I think we call him and let him try to catch up, right? He's gonna try to buy us. He's going all in. What is he doing? I have the full house, dude. Don't go all in. No. What are you doing? Oh, does he gets it. Wow. Wow. He got it. I mean, kudos to him. He had... I can't believe that hand. That was ridiculous. That was insane. I mean, wow. Got me. Gosh. Should we go look at that hand? I feel like we should go look at that hand. I feel like with 4 minutes left on the sanity timer, that's gonna kill my sanity for sure. So let's kill the game. And we'll go to explanation time. So he got it. Well, let's I'm gonna throw it up on the screen. Let's take a look at it. So we lost $1.35. Oops. Okay. So we'll use the rest of our sanity time to review what in the world just happened here. So this is showing them like what his hand was. So basically he had the ace king. He called. So this guy is limping. He just has a 100% limp strategy. He's literally calling every single hand that he wants to play. He is never ever raised before the flop. So we check because we don't have a very strong hand, but we flop a full house. So I check. He bets. I call. Now, maybe this is mistake number one. Maybe I should have re-raised here. If I go all in right now, do you think he stays in? Possibly. An 8 comes. I check. He goes all in. You bought about 2 items at the snack bar. Yeah, I lost 2 items at the snack bar for sure. For sure. I mean, what's interesting about this is that like it's nice that I'm playing for little money, but I can still like mathematically analyze it and try to learn from it. So that's the goal, is trying to be a better player by playing in starting with a low pressure situation first. So what's interesting is he's giving us 40% pot odds. And we have 88% equity here. So what that means, so basically at this point in the game, at this exact snapshot, if I ran this bet 1,000 times, I'm winning 88% of the time. He's winning 13% of the time. and um, and to break even, I would only need to win 40% of the time. So I would, if I, so in the end of the day, this was a profitable call, even though I lost this time. So I call, and then a king comes. So he has the better full house because he has 3 aces and the pair of kings. I have 3 aces and the pair of 4s. So it is house versus house, which is why he wins there. So he has full house, aces full of kings. I have full house. Oops, this is cut off here. Let's see if I can. That's a little smaller, but he has full house aces full of kings. I have full house aces full of 4s. I mean, what do you do? I figured he had an ace, but so I figured he was just and he went all in not knowing there was a king there. So he went all in just knowing he had a set of aces. There's no guarantee for him to get the king. That's brutal. That's brutal. I mean, there's 3 kings in the deck. So anytime those 3 kings come up, he gets it. Anytime literally any other card comes up, I would have gotten it. Yeah. Yep. 6 Ninjas says you can play perfect and lose. That's just how it works out sometimes. I totally agree. Which is why it's nice watching, like, going into this, being able to replay my hands and look at the math and confirm that is good. Because, like, you might take the wrong lesson from this and say, like, I shouldn't bet this. I shouldn't bet full houses because the guy might have a better full house or something. But that's the wrong way to think. You got to think about it in terms of, yeah, definitely one lucky king card. Yeah, so you got to think of poker in terms of, like, if I make this play 1,000 times, do I come out ahead after 1,000 times? And if the answer is yes, then you should play it, you know, every time and just expect to lose sometimes because, you know, he in that case, when I'm making this run, when I make this bet here, he's winning 13% of the time. I'm winning 88% of the time. So yeah, in poker, nothing's for sure. Sometimes you have a guaranteed win. But in this, I should have kind of considered that he could have had an ace better card. I don't know. I think I would have still made the call, but yeah. Anyways, that was interesting. That was pretty fun. What should we see what the computer does? I mean, while we're here, while we're all watching the stream, let's just see what the computer would do in this. So let me pull it up. The other cool thing that I've been working on, this is pretty sweet. So I have about 5,000 hands of cards from that other poker room that I was playing. And so I wrote a program, probably a couple hundred lines of code in Python. And I was able to spit out an Excel sheet that shows me statistics on everything my opponents are doing. And so then the Excel sheet has this stuff, which is the raw data, but it also has pretty graphs. Let's see. Pull it up here. Like this one. So this pretty graph is showing us like the percentage of times that a certain, like that, it's basically averaging the actions of all my opponents on the Zoom poker, which is anonymous. So normally you probably wouldn't want to like aggregate this data, like just because, you know, usually poker's against a specific opponent and you want to be thinking about the opponent. But with the Ignition Casino, because it's anonymous, there's really no other way to think about it other than, you know, and there's no way to like pinpoint your opponent to say like, oh, he, you know, raises too much or folds too much or whatever. So instead you kind of have to figure out what the average opponent is doing and then maybe base strategy off that. And so I wanted to do that, and I wanted to see what is my average opponent doing in Ignition Zoom. And so I was able to do that. and feed about 5,000 hands into Python, and then Python spits out an Excel sheet with my pretty graphs. And so the other cool thing is that at the bottom of this graph, it spits out this long string. And I can copy this long string and copy it into my other poker tool. And so I can paste it here at the bottom. And boom. And now we can start doing math on like what my odds were. So now if this guy was in the now obviously okay, so he is so he limped from the cutoff position. So let's find his exact position in this my Excel sheet here. So he would be under the gun. Oh, and I don't even have limping math in here. Okay. Well, let's see if he did this. Okay. Let's pretend this is him, even though it's not. And feed it into the tool here. Okay. So this takes into account the percentage of time that people are playing certain cards. So like in this case, like not every single opponent bets 8/8. Some opponents fold 8/8 or do something else like call 8/8. And so this kind of takes into all that account. So then we feed in our hand, which was Ace 4, Ace Hearts, 4 Spades, and then we plug in the board, the flop, Ace Clubs, Ace Spades, 4 Clubs, and this tells us that yeah, we were supposed to be winning 97% of the time according to this, based on. So the reason that this math goes up, this says 97 versus this tool that says 88. So this 88 number is basically based on dumber math, where it's giving the opponent, it's basically saying of all possible cards, like of all possible cards, period. So not taking into account whether this guy like folds some cards or not, if just based on the idea of him having literally anything else. I'm winning 88% of the time. So this says, based on the idea that, okay, this guy's probably not going to be like playing with a 9/4, like 7/2 offsuit. So ignoring that, we are winning 97% of the time on that flop. And then if we feed in the 8 of hearts, our chances still stay at 97%. Crazy. That is crazy. So obviously he could have had a full house already with like Ace 8, Ace 4. And then once the king came, even with the king of hearts, he only has a full house 66% of the time. So our equity is still like 97%, even with the flop. Wow. That's wild. Interesting. And if we take into account like him folding stuff, we're still winning 88% of the time when he's folding like decent hands. So yeah, that's pretty wild. I mean, we could theoretically like put this all into, if we put this into our other tool, he was in position and we were, did we do it? We were in small blind and we called. Huh. Oh, we're in big blind. Let's take this as our range and auto position range. All right. So now we have this tool. And after the sad news, we should listen to some happy news. Let's see here. Oops. Starting pot. What? Pot. Oh no, insufficient memory. We should close some stuff. Again. Oh. So. Close all my stuff. Oh, still not enough memory. Okay, well. Let's look at our tree and maybe build something a little more. Try to have it use more memory. Oh, it's because this range is so big. Interesting. All right, let's use. All right, we're gonna use this tree. Let's try that. Oh, okay. Well, I don't think we're gonna have it. My program seems to not be cooperating today. I guess because I don't have enough memory. Or what is taking up all the memory? Yeah, streaming taking up a lot of memory. All right. Well, I'm a little surprised. What happens if we say 20 gigs? Still doesn't like it. Try this. All right. Well, I think I'm gonna call it. We weren't able to look at the solver, but we are pretty sure that we were doing pretty good against him. And so we made the profitable call, but it just didn't happen to profit us this time. So thank you all for